I don't want to go into the history of Sunni-Shiite conflict. It's a long history, as you know. According to some, it really goes back to the beginning of Islam, the Prophet of Islam, etc. I don't want to go that back in history, but we know that there is a long history of conflict, differences of opinion, resentment, whatever you call it. And now this is becoming part of the politics of the Middle East in the Arab Spring. Therefore, we advise everyone that never turn this into a sectarian issue. You are demonstrating not as Shiites or Sunnis, but as someone who wants to see reform, change, democracy, rule of law in your country. Therefore, we've been critical, of some other groups that you mentioned for their sectarian attitude when we saw that someone was taking a sectarian stance. And this, as I said, holds true for other countries also. In regards to Iran, when you engage a country like Iran or like Syria, for example, I didn't talk about Syria. Now I can mention this very briefly here. What you want to do is to get results, not sensational rhetoric, not public battles, but results. This is what we did in Syria. Again, we were criticized again for not raising our voice, etc., which is not true, obviously. The Prime Minister has raised his voice on many different occasions. But the first few engagements were meant to get results on the ground. Before you carry this battle to the public, through media or public statements, you try to get results. That is, you encourage your counterparts to do reform. Otherwise, things will get out of hand, as they are happening in Syria right now. With Iran, we did the same thing. That there are these allegations of human rights abuses, elections, etc. You have to address these issues. This is good for your own country. This is good for your own society. We have no interest, or we have no hidden agenda here. We're not interested in meddling in your internal affairs. But you have to address these issues. If there are grievances about human rights, about democracy, etc., you have to address them within the context of your national debate and unity. And this will become, or this will be an issue, obviously, for all countries, not just for Iran, but for other countries also. But as I said, we're trying our best to prevent any sectarian conflict across the region, as we have done in Iraq, as we have done in Lebanon. As I said, many of these things are never spoken in public, but our contributions, for example, to Iraq, as it was acknowledged this morning by the Undersecretary, is known to those who have been part of the process. Had it not been for Turkey's contributions, there maybe the sectarian tensions in Iraq, will have reached a very different level of violence. Have we been able to contain everything? Obviously not. But you try your best in those situations.